Welcome to the series on goal setting. I am super excited that you have once again said yes to Mary Kay, but we gotta be a business owner. We gotta set some goals, right? And so I'm gonna go through some things that will help you propel in your business because I want you to know that God wants you to prosper and you gotta believe that and you gotta believe and expect great things to happen. I want to also tell you straight up that your friends and family may not support you. They do not support me, but I'm here to tell you straight up right here, right now, that I'm here today as a national sales director, as your national sales director, because I was willing to never, ever, ever give up. Okay, so we have a purpose and we have dreams and we have goals, and they're all different. So let me explain the difference. First of all, a purpose. It is really truly your deep reason why you're doing this. So for example, my purpose, LaRonda Daigle, as your national sales director, is to truly impact women's lives. I believe women today are defeated, they're overwhelmed with life, maybe they're a little stressed, maybe they are depressed, whatever it may be. And I want nothing more for women to stand strong, to stand against adversity, to stand for who they believe, what they believe in, and to really truly know who they are, know who they are in Christ. And the bottom line is that's my purpose. My dreams are to build our next home. Our dreams are to take my children to Rome and all the places I've traveled in the world. I want to take my children, their families one day, their children. I want to be able to give and give and give and give and give. And those are my dreams. Now, my goals, of course, is to lead this company. Of course, if you may have a goal to, once you start knowing the career path and making things happen, is to become a car driver with Mary Kay. Why wouldn't you want that? Or to earn a pink Cadillac one day. I want to say to you that purpose, dreams, and goals are three different things. And when your purpose is clear, the price is easy. And I'm telling you right here, right now, when you don't worry about the obstacles and you don't think all the negative thoughts, nothing will hold you back in accomplishing these goals. I'm going to read you something here. So this is very, very, very important. And you may want to write this down. 27% of Americans have no thought to their future. Wow. And these people are on welfare. 60% have some thought to their future, barely making ends meet. 10% have serious thought, and they're educated. Only 3% have serious thought, educated, and they wrote their goals down. People, if you don't write it down, I'm telling you right now, out of sight, out of mind. You truly got to learn to just put it on paper and put it on your dashboard, put it, goal posters everywhere, but you must write it down, okay? It is really not the size of the goal. It is the depth of commitment. And I'm telling you, like I said before, that you got to run your business on commitment over emotion, because emotion will shut you down. Emotion will keep you from moving forward. Emotion will make you suck your thumb that day and have a pity party. And we got to get over that, right? Okay, so let me just encourage you. Number one, Mary Kay every single day encourages us to do what is called a six most important to-do list. Six most important to-do list. I'm going to repeat that again in the series of time management, but it's very important to do six most important things, because if you ever want to reach your goals, you have to learn to be proactive, okay, every single day, doing what's important first. So let me explain. We have what's called a 6x6. 6x6 is looking out from right here, right now. Okay, whatever time you're hearing this, and I want you to continue this on even when you get past the 6 weeks. But basically, you look at where you are right now, and you think of six important things within your business that you really want to get accomplished. So for example, it may be that you want to do a perfect start. It may be that you want to get on target for your car. It may be that you want to contact 100 people. I don't know what you want to do. And maybe that you go through your wedding list to really just kind of sort through those people, your baby shower list or whatever list, to sort those people to see who you want to contact. And you know that in 6 weeks, you need to get this done, because most people cannot run longer than 6 weeks without regrouping, kind of shake it up, and to begin again. So 6x6, what is important for you in the next 6 weeks, okay? Also, I want to tell you that having a dream poster, a dream board, a vision board is very, very important. Very, very important. And so when you tell me, LaRonda, I want to travel, Okay, travel where? Well, to Europe. Where in Europe? I want to go to Rome. What do you want to do in Rome? I want to go to the Roman Colosseum. I want to go to the Vatican. I want to go to the Sixtine Chapel. You need to do the research on this, and you can't be vague on your goals. I'm telling you right now, you cannot be vague on your goals. And the reality is, if you're so vague, and you always talk about one day will never, ever, ever come. So it's very, very important to really put on a board or in a notebook where you're always looking at it. And every time that you're getting on the phone to book or you're getting ready to work your business, you can look over at your board, you can look at your vision notebook, whatever how you have it, and you can say, I got to do this for my kids. I got to do this for my spouse. I got to do this for my parents. I need to do these things. But if I don't pick up the phone, these things will not come to fruition. So whether it's a vacation, whether if you say, I want to put my kids in private schools one day, number one, what private school and what day do you want to put it in? Be specific on the date when you want to accomplish something, okay? And so then also too, I want to share with you a couple things. Number one, I want to share some of the things that I mentioned. The most important thing in goal setting is getting the vision board, okay? So number one, getting the vision board because you got to visualize your goal. You got to always visualize your goal. The second thing is believe. Do you believe it? Do you believe that number one is I believe you believe in God, but the point is you believe God can work that through you. Well, number one, you got to believe. You got to believe, okay? You got to define your goals. You got to narrow it down. You got to break it down into bite-sized pieces. And so no matter what your director or me, your national puts out there, don't get overwhelmed by the abundance, okay? You got to, number one, always shoot for the moon so you can land among the stars. But the bottom line, you got to break it down into bite-sized pieces. Some of us eat the entire elephant at a time, and I understand that, okay? But a lot of us have to go one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. And it's very, very important. So break your goals down, okay? Also, too, set a time limit, set a date. And you'll notice through Mary Kay, we have conferences. We have career conference, seminar, leadership conference. As your national, I provide conferences for you to be elevated throughout the year. And so setting dates according to conferences is really actually very smart because you want to get on target about this date. You want to do what you want to do about this date, and you'll learn to put a date to your goal. But if you don't write it down and break it down, it will not happen. One of the last things I want to encourage you with is you got to take your goal and you got to share it verbally to the world. Let the world know. Let them know what you're looking for, or let the world know what you're going to do. So let me tell you a story. So once upon a time, when I was a new consultant, I walked into my husband's work, and I was outside walking in, and ran into this guy that I knew, and he goes, well, what are you doing? And I told him I was working for this company, but let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm so excited. I said, I am earning my very first car in Mary Kay. Well, I was not earning my very first car in Mary Kay. So I walked into Troy's office, and I said, Troy, I just told this man that I was earning a car. He said, well, do it. And I'm going to tell you, I did. I went on to earn my very first car, but 4 months later, it was done. But I want to say this to you on the flip side of it. You need to think about no matter what you desire, and what you put down to pen to paper, and whatever dreams you have and what vision you have on that poster, all the what ifs if you don't. What is the penalty? That if you don't put forth effort, then your family would never go to Rome or the beach. If you don't put forth effort, then your children would never be able to be in private school. If you don't put forth effort, you and your husband may never have a honeymoon. The penalties are probably even greater than the rewards. So always think about, if I don't do it, then what would happen? So I just want to say to every single one of you, you do need to make decisions on a couple things, and write this down, please. How much do you need to sell in a week? How much do you sell? Because of course we sell, retail. Of course, then you'll do, on another series, we teach how to manage your money. But then you're going to figure out your profit. And then you got to figure out how much profit do you want per week. And then you're going to go from that point and you'll sit with your director. How many parties, gatherings, whatever you want to call it, skincare classes, do you need to hold a week to accomplish that goal? And don't be afraid of it. You know, where are you going to get the bookings? If you don't have people to support you, then what are you going to do? You got to think about these things. I mean, whether you are involved in your children's school, whether you're involved in organizations, whether you're involved in charities, you know, raising money for different groups, what are you going to do? Okay. Also, too, I want you to know you need to set a retail sales goal and a team building goal. I will get more into that shortly, but you must learn to set retail and team building goals. And I can tell you when it works, because it works together. You don't just do retail and you don't just do recruiting. It works together. Mary Kay says that someone's got to sell something, but then Mary Kay said that this company is about duplication and replication and moving forward and building the future of other women's lives. So I'm excited for you to take a leap of faith to make your dreams a reality.